Wrote this 10 years ago, as long as Odysseus took to reach home. Hi, my name is Devdutt Pattanaik. I write on mythology, and I'm very excited about this new movie that has come up with Christopher Nolan on Odyssey. 10 years ago, I wrote this book on Greek mythology called Olympus, and if you see the cover, it deals with the Trojan horse. Very Indian style with flowers and all that. I wanted to make it very Indian. Everybody asks, what is the relationship between Greek mythology and Indian mythology? There's a connection between Ramayana and Mahabharata stories and the Odyssey and the Iliad. And that connection is what connects us. Vasvadatta, Udayana stories, these Sanskrit plays, there is stories like the Trojan horse taking the shape of a Trojan elephant. So you have Odysseus in one of the final scenes where he is to string the bow. Exactly the way Ramayana wo Pratyancha Chadhana, that's the exact same episode is found in the Odyssey. And then he shoots an arrow through these axe heads, similar to the way Ram shoots through 7 sal trees. No, it's a storytelling. See, when you tell a story for the 20th century audience, you have to tell it in a 20th century vocabulary. So you can't use, like nowadays people say pitashri and all that. That sounds a little archaic. It doesn't connect with people. And I think it's sort of, you want to connect with the contemporary emotion. What would he call father? That will sound so British, So they spoke a different language. We don't even know which language they spoke, Bronze Age. So I think it's cool. It's different, so it also makes it amusing. The bow in the wife's hand. She's holding a bow in his hand, and the bow is called a composite bow. It's a composite bow is made of horn and wood, and even Vishnu's bow is called saranga, which means a horn bow, shringa se bana hua. And this is the one connection that I found with India, because it's a composite bow, and I think that is very interesting. The stringing of the bow, shooting of the arrow will be an important part of the story. Tenet. It was very confusing. I think epic stories have to be told in an epic style. In Sanskrit, the words for a storyteller was Ugra Shrava, the one who has a loud voice, or Roma Harshana, jo romte khade karta hai. So an epic has to have a loud voice and a Roma Harshana. Today I can do that in an IMAX, in a theater with loud surround sound, I don't know, all these modern technology. I won't get it at home easily, so I want to see it in its magical format. More than yearning home, the desire for home. तुम जितना भी अचीव करो लाइफ में, लास्ट में घर आना है. No, वो घर वापसी जिसको कहते हैं. This is a घर वापसी film. You're coming home. You have to come home at the end of the day. All your adventures, you can be great in Troy, but at the end of the day, it's your wife, your child, the hospitality, the kindness of a home, and how people take advantage of your kindness. We want people to come to our home. We want people to eat our food, drink, sit with us, chat with us, but we also don't want ki abhi atithi tum kab jaoge. This whole idea of leave the house, don't stay all the time, just stay, not leaving the house. So I think these are emotions that we can experience. That's exactly the experience that you and I, we all have. Well, it's very American, but it is Adbhuta Ras. I like the Ras, awe-inspiring. There's Veera Ras. It's a little strange because some of the actors we have seen in different films, so that's like seeing the same theatre company doing different pictures. Christopher Nolan's larger canvas is something that's exciting me. Actual Hollywood stars are disappearing. The great achievement will he be able to bring Homer to us using a modern technology? I think that's what I'm looking forward to. One has to, because now you're challenged by so many other forms of storytelling. How do you maintain what is epic? In the old days, the storyteller would come. I'm sure in those days it was another difficult thing of how do you tell a story just with using your voice. Roma Harshana, Ugra Shrava. Look at these words which we come from the Mahabharata. Christopher Nolan is trying to bring back the old tradition in a modern metaphor. It's a modern metaphor. But I think he's trying to do exactly what people in those days did. But will it move us? Will be the same person before and after the movie is the question. And I hope he does it. He should, because otherwise the world becomes so boring. So Nolan is not brought a new style of storytelling. He's copying an old style. He's in fact making us aware of the traditional style of storytelling. For example, nobody tells you the Ramayana from beginning to end. That happened only after the 1980s when we saw the television serial Ramayana. Traditionally, the grandmother will tell you one episode of the Ramayana today and tomorrow another episode, and there'll be no connection. And over time, you will piece them together and realize there's a linearity to it. So it's like a jigsaw puzzle, and you're thrown a piece of puzzle at a time. And the fun is to join the characters over time. Therefore, you're looking forward to the next episode and the next episode and the next episode. This is how traditional storytelling was told. You really don't get the magic of storytelling when you tell it in a linear way. I always tell people, magic happens, it's this technique where you start the story right at the beginning and you're reminding that something happened before and something happened afterwards. So you see that in the Ramayana also, when the story is told, when you actually read the Ramayana, it will talk about events which happened before. I went hunting and I shot Shravan Kumar before, and it's something's going to happen afterwards. So Ram will say to somebody that, I will come back as Krishna. So this whole idea, I will come back, I'll be back, this famous Hollywood line is told in Ramayana, where Ram is telling, I'll come back as Krishna. And Krishna says, I was Ram. This kind of structuring is found in Indian storytelling for thousands of years. We have lost it in the modern times, and it's interesting that Hollywood is bringing it back. With every generation, how do you tell a story without losing its soul? So there are two parts to a story. I say Atma hota hai, Sharir hota hai. What is changing is only the body, the Sharira. So you have got this technology and special effects and all that. That is only technology. That's really not where the magic lies. I think he's managed to keep storytelling's essence, that Rasa, bhava, which is there in Natya Shastra. It is not about the plot. In Indian storytelling, plot is never important. That is a very Greek way of telling stories. The traditional Indian model is Natya Shastra, where it is Rasa, bhava, and I think Nolan gets it. With all the technology in the world, no matter how much money you have, how many zillions you spend, if you don't get the Rasa right, you have failed as a storyteller. Knowing his vast body of work, I think this will be something worth watching. So every storyteller brings a different technique. There is no one story. The same story can be told 1,000 times with focusing on different aspects. So what I am looking forward to is which aspect does he focus on. हर घर में दाल बनता है, but हर दाल एक जैसा नहीं होता. Well, stories are stories. A good story has to touch your heart. Technology doesn't touch your heart. Technology is just used to, it's like cutlery, doesn't create taste of the food.